that hit the camera right there?
No, I'm not sorry.
I'll follow you back.
All right, we got Hattie, and I saw this dude on TikTok, and I saw the motivational videos, the educational videos, and I was like, I'm down. I'm down, so thanks for coming, bro.
Anytime, man.
So how did you get into all this? How did you get into the motivational videos, all of it?
Just getting into posting on social media, it was just like, when I started training, I was just like, damn, I look sick. I was like, I look sick.
Yeah.
It was just a normal post on Instagram. It wasn't like to be an influencer or anything. And then it just came to like a lot of people like, yo, you were skinny as fuck. How did you get like this, whatever? And I was like, you know, people actually like this stuff. Let me keep posting.
The Tale of Naruto Uzumaki.
So I was just posting like normal workout content, all the way up until like I graduated college, because I was playing soccer in college. So when
How old are you?
23 now.
Okay.
23 now. So I played soccer all throughout college, and then I wanted to go pro. That was my goal my whole life. I was just like lifting to get stronger for soccer, and also just to have like good physique, whatever. But I graduated, and then it was just like an area of uncertainty for me, because like I went overseas, I went on trial. The money wasn't that good, and I was like, damn, like I have a
You
sibling.
played overseas?
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's
really?
not good money. It's like very average money that you can make working at BK. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, especially if it's like a lower level, like lower league. So it was like a area of uncertainty for me, and I was like, you know, maybe I should just work. Like, am I developing like a more realistic perspective, or is this what quitting sounds like? It was a weird area for me. The reason why the reason why I started posting those motivational videos was because I was like, I remember when I was in that spot, and I just needed to hear someone tell me like, or give me some type of like guidance, like what should I do here? Because I was lost. It was like probably one of the worst times of my life, and I think it's because when you're chasing something for so long, pursuit is the root of happiness. So when you're chasing something for so long, you're always like looking forward. Like my goal is to go pro. My goal is to go pro. I gotta get after. I gotta get
Right.
that. Once that stops, and you have nothing to chase anymore, life is mundane. There's nothing. Working out like kind of gave me that, like every day I'm chasing something.
Right.
That's how I stay happy. Because I'm like, oh, well, I'm trying to improve. The chasing of improvement makes you happy.
Yeah.
You know
See, you mentioned the quitting part. When do you think the right time to quit is? Because, you know, everybody says never quit, never quit. But if you're doing something and it's not working, and you can see that it's not working. Yeah. Some people push past it, right? Like Elon Musk says, you know, he never quits. Tesla was a fail for a long time, and he just kept going. I feel like the hardest thing, man, is to figure out if you should quit or not.
Yeah, I think it depends on what you're doing, though.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's circumstantial, bro. It's circumstantial. Mine was like, my family needs me. My family needs me financially, and they need my support. And this is what I love to do. But like it was crunch time. Then I ended up tearing my MCL. Right before I came back from overseas, I ended up tearing my MCL. So I was like, is this a sign? Like, is this a sign from God? I don't know. So then I just started working while I was like recovering, and I was just training. I was like, I gotta do something. I can't just go home after work. So I was just train upper body while waiting for my leg to heal. And then that's when I got into like started posting more. Got on TikTok, like started posting the motivational videos, just like thinking about what I went through and things that were going through my head, and like how can I give this out to people so that they don't have to like kind of go through what I went through. Or if they see this, they can be like, oh, like that's a good point. Like maybe I should try to do this. But in terms of like finding a point to quit, I think it's just circumstantial. I really always say that you should never quit. Sometimes I look back on me like not going back to soccer after my MCL injury as almost like a regret. Where I'm like, I should have kept playing because I feel like I could have made something of it. That's life, dude. You find different pathways. I fell in love with training, so like.
Yeah, it's difficult to figure out. How long did it take you to blow up on TikTok?
A month.
Really? Wow.
Well, I don't know, when you say blow up, like when I like started getting like viral videos, like a month.
Yeah.
So like the first couple of videos, I was literally just taking videos that I had in my camera roll and just throw it up and see what would happen.
Right.
And then like, I was like, the only way you could learn an app is by scrolling through the app. So I would see what other fitness creators were doing, and I was like, okay, I'm getting the gist of this. So then I just started like kind of like forming my niche to fit the fitness niche on TikTok. And then that's what worked, you know, and then videos started blowing up.
So there's a kid right now sitting there watching this that wants to do this. What do you tell him? What should he do?
3 things. 1, you have to It's weird though. The industry now is weird because like the industry used to be like, you know, first thing people notice about you is your physique. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you have a sick physique, but nowadays like people have shit physiques and they're doing numbers. It's because like I don't know, the industry's changing or not, but you got to be informational. People don't give a fuck about you until you give them a reason to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People don't like, nobody's just gonna care about you because you're posting fitness content. If you're posting like, hey, I did a chest workout today and just post a selfie, nobody cares.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're showing them how you got such a big chest, then they're gonna want to fuck with you. Then consistency, because you'll probably post 30 videos before one blows up, and it's easy to get demotivated at the 11th. But you just got to keep, you know, eventually one's gonna pop off, and then all your other ones, people will find them.
Right.
The last thing I'd say is just be authentic. Like, don't have an internet person. I know a lot of people have an internet personality, and I think having an internet personality is something that's like, that's the reason why people fall off. So it's so hard to maintain this like internet personality throughout like everything that you do, especially if you're trying to do this long term. Because I met a lot of people who like, I saw like on TikTok or whatever, and we would collab or whatever it was, and I'd see them somewhere, and I meet them in person, I'm like, yo, you're nothing like, nothing like what you perceive to be, you know what I mean? I'm like, just be you, bro. I actually like this version of you more than I like that internet version where you're doing crazy shit for no reason, just trying to get clout. Just be you, and then eventually you'll build a solid fan base, and people will fuck with you for you, and then you can just be yourself all the time.
Yeah, because like, it's really, and it is hard to be completely authentic on camera, you know, because, you know, you don't want to piss anybody off, you don't want to, but, you know, sometimes you have to, I feel like. Yeah,
I just feel like I avoid controversial topics, really. Like anything that might like piss people off, I'll just rephrase it in a way where it's like, whatever. But it's just, in terms of just like personality, like being you, like being who you are, a lot of people will be like, just the way they talk. Like they just change the way, like the camera comes on and there's a different person. So be you, bro, because you're gonna do it. Especially if you're trying to do this for a long time, now you don't have to maintain like this personality that you created online, you know what I mean? Yeah. So when you know, I was looking at your TikTok and you had this one video, the fuck it mentality, where you say fuck it to everything eventually. Like you start putting things off. Explain that a little. It's happened to me, and I learned it through me doing it. So there were times like where I'd be at the gym training, and then it's like I'd finish 98% of my workout, and I'm like, I still got to do that. Fuck it, let's go. We out. The same thing happens with that fuck it mentality. Once you make it an option for yourself, like for example at the gym, it becomes an option everywhere in your life. And then those little fuck it moments, they become who you are. So you start saying fuck it to little things, like if, you know, let's make a random example, taking out the garbage, you're like, fuck it, I'll do it tomorrow. And then like those little fuck it moments, they add up and they just become your personality. I truly believe that like how you do one thing is how you do everything. Right. So if you like, don't leave any stones unturned in the gym, I believe that in your life you won't leave any stones unturned. So it's like, I think that's why I created the whole TTD thing. Because TTD is not just a saying to me, it's like a personality trait. It's just like, no matter what I do, it's like going all out, it's going to the death. So if I'm going all out here, right, that just becomes your personality, you harden like that. Now I'm going to work, I don't even want to be there, but while I'm here, I'm going to go all out. I'm not going to cheat myself in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. And that's just something that's acquired. You just do this shit over and over again. So how did you get like that? What made you become like that? I was feeling bad for myself for a very long time. I felt really, like I made myself a victim. You know what I'm saying? I was being a bitch. I was like, you know what, like, I don't have half the shit that these kids have, you know. Even like when I started doing the influencer thing, I was like, these kids only have to fucking work because their parents pay for everything and they have time to make all these videos. And I gotta work 60 hours a week and then stay up till 3 a.m. making content. And then I just kind of realized, like, this is your life, bro. Like, this is you. You know what I'm saying? If you want this, then you gotta go get it. And just because you don't have the privileges that the other people might have, doesn't mean you're gonna be a little bitch about it. I was just like, man up, bro. Like, you want it? I'm saying I want this, so let me show you why I want it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just take the extra step, take the extra mile. TTD was really just like a thing with me and my boys, actually. Like, some of my close friends, we'd leave, we'd be like, TTD, bro, like, to the death, like, loyalty, that's my brother, whatever. But then it became like, we would be in the gym, training, and like, someone would be out quick, like, no, TTD, you gotta get it. And we push it a little bit more, and it just became like a everyday thing. So like, I have such big goals, and unless I'm pushing myself to my absolute max, I'm not gonna get it. It's not possible. It's not gonna happen. So. I like that no victim shit, man, because
for a while I was the same way, bro. Like I had a drug problem. I screwed my life up for a while, right? And it was everybody else. This fucking cop, this teacher, this girl, this guy, this, you know, and it was never me, you know? It was never, I never looked at myself.
Yeah,
and
it's
I feel like
it's easy to point fingers in situations like that. It's easy to be like, well, if I had fucking money, then I wouldn't have to be doing this shit, and I wouldn't be sad, and then I wouldn't be doing this, you know what I'm saying? I know what you mean. It's easy to do that, but then it's to the point where you kind of just like man up and you're like, well, nobody's coming to save you, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming here to save you.
Nobody cares.
Nobody gives a fuck about you.
Yeah.
That's it. At the end of the day, everybody's got their own problems. Everybody's got their shit. Nobody cares about your shit.
Yeah.
So unless you fix your shit, it's gonna be like this forever.
Forever. Yeah. Dude, and you know what? I feel like I keep seeing more and more of that victim, you know, just waving that victim flag.
Everybody.
I'm the victim, you know?
Everybody. It's little shit like, oh, like, my boss doesn't want to give me a raise. Like, bro, if I'm a boss, right? I'm a boss, and I have somebody working for me. The only way I'm gonna give you a raise is if you give me incentive to give you a raise. So it's not your boss being an asshole. It's not this. It's you got to show him. You got to see like what you provide for me. That's what I'm gonna provide to you. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to take it to the next level. Now, if you incorporate like that, like just like, all right, I'm gonna stop being a bitch. I'm just gonna go all out, and you take the extra step every day. You stay the extra hour at work, whatever you're doing. You're gonna reap the benefits of your work.
Right.
But people don't. People play victim before they even get a chance to like get that upgrade, get whatever they want.
Mm-hmm. Really, what it comes down to, man, is can you add value? And that's in everything: friendship, relationship, work. You know, like we got a cameraman here, Jeff. Yeah. I like him, but he's not here because I want to hang out with him. He's here because he adds value, you know, and he gets something in return. Yeah. And I feel like that needs to be, you know,
even
understood.
with friendships, even with just like my close friends.
Absolutely.
It's like, you might get this from me, but what can I get from you? Because if you're not adding to me, then you shouldn't be around me. And if I'm not adding to your life, I'm not adding any value to you, then I shouldn't really be around you. It's all at the end of the day, it's like, how can we benefit each other? Sometimes it's just with, like, even with some of my friends, they don't really, might not have a lot going for them, but it's like, they know what to say when I'm in situations with trouble, and they can provide me advice or guidance.
Value.
You know what I'm saying? Value. That's really, but.
How do you deal with the hate? I'm sure you get some, right? Everybody gets some.
Yeah, I get it all the time. I ignore it. I ignore it, but I'll say I do address things that are just like fiction, like things that are just made up, where people be like, oh, he said he's not natty already. He said it in a video or something. I'll address shit like that, but I don't talk to argue. I talk to teach or I talk to learn. If I'm not teaching or learning from a situation, I don't entertain it. Yeah. So, and then when you entertain hate, you just get more of it. You invite it.
Right.
You invite it because someone sees like, oh look, I got him. He responded to that comment with a video. He's pissed off. Let me drop a comment. Maybe he'll respond to mine. So people are just bored, dude. People love fucking negativity. This world loves negativity. You could do something great. You could put the best podcast out, right? And everybody in the comments is like, this is fire. I love this podcast. There's always gonna be the one guy.
Always.
Fuck this podcast.
Right.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
And then somebody hears that and they're like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
They're like, just cause it's cool to be the odd one out. There's like, I'm just so, and it's a lot of times drags from insecurity. Somebody that wanted to make a podcast, they made one, it didn't work out. They saw yours, and like, fuck this guy. Right.
Now you mentioned, you know, people saying you're not natty. Does that bother you?
No, it used to.
Really?
It used to, because I used to look at it in a way like, damn, I'm working so hard. Exactly. I'm providing everything. Like I'm transparent, bro. I don't hide like shit. Like I know a lot of influencers like post their workouts and they'll be like, oh, here's a chest workout. They'll give you 3 bullshit exercises that you can find anywhere. Do them and be like, here's this workout. I literally will record the entire thing and show you exactly what I do. You ask me what I eat, I'll show you exactly what I eat. I don't hide anything. So it's like, damn, I'm giving you all the information to help you make, like, to do with simple intent of like helping you get better. And then you're like, oh, you're a fake natty. I'm like, have you fucking tried, bro? Yeah. So I've been going 5 years nonstop. I think I can count on 2 hands how many days I've taken off. Right. And you're gonna be like, oh, you're a fake natty. It's like, that's what used to bother me. But now it's just like, it's just a whatever, bro. It's just like a compliment. Thanks, bro. I look not natty. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Appreciate it.
Because I'm trying to think, like, in my, you know, thing I got going on here, there really is there's nothing somebody can say that is like, he's fake, you know? And it kind of sucks that they can say that about you.
Yeah, and it's easy to say that because there are so many fake natties. Right. There's so many of them. So it's like, oh, you see another random guy on the internet you've never seen before, looks insane. It's fake natty. Yeah. Fuck this guy. He looks better than me.
And now be honest, are you tempted?
All the time, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I did take it, I would say it. But like, yeah, like, cause you see like this industry, like I told you before, how do you make your money? It's people using your code, right? So now if this guy's using and he's lying about it and he looks insane, people be like, oh, look at him, he looks insane. They kind of become a fan of that, not knowing that they're taking gear, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, damn, like I could just take that shit and be like, yeah, I'm on, whatever, and not really talk about it a lot, but not lie about it and like probably reap more benefits. But you have to consider, bro, there's a lot that goes into it. You got to think about like post-cycle therapy, blood work every 6 months, making sure your testosterone levels are normal, make sure your estrogen's not getting too high, worrying about the side effects. It's like, is that worth it if you're not competitively bodybuilding? I don't think so. But temptation's always there.
You don't want to compete like that?
I might compete. I would compete, but I would compete naturally. Probably if I did go pro, like if I were to able to like get to an opportunity where I'm getting like a pro card, then you're not making it there without taking gear.
Yeah.
You might get a pro card without taking gear. People have done that before, but like in terms of competing professionally.
Yeah. You had and I told you about it on the phone. It was one of my favorite videos of yours, the green grass analogy.
Yeah, that was something I struggled with a lot. So
they know, you said...
Be so focused on watering your grass that you don't even have the time to check if somebody else's grass is greener. Because once you start comparing your process to somebody else's, it'll demotivate the shit out of you.
So it's easy, like while I'm watering my grass, right, I'm trying to plant my seeds so I can get my flowers, to notice that his flowers all bloomed already.
Right.
And he's the same age as me. And he's doing the same exact thing that I'm doing. So it's easy to see that and be like, damn, like, what am I doing wrong? When you start focusing on other people's shit, you lose all incentive, bro. You get demotivated, like, well, that's it, I'm not as good as him, fuck it, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
But if you just focus on watering your grass and every day just like watering a little bit more, planting another seed, you might be developing the biggest garden ever, you know what I'm saying, or the best garden ever. Even like, he might have put these bricks up together and built a building, but you strategically placed each brick, taking your time, getting what you need out of it, making sure you're not skipping any steps, and now you have the strongest building that's not gonna ever break, as opposed to his building, which is a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You don't see everything. Social media only shows you the highlights.
Right, well that's the hard part, social media, because you know, we could go on and see what Tom, Dick, or Harry is doing right now, you know, and how well they're doing, and it does make it difficult not to compare.
You don't see what's going on in here. You don't see what's going on in his head. He could be miserable with 100,000 followers and 50,000 likes.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't know.
You're absolutely
That's
right.
why it's just water your grass, bro. Stay in your lane. Just stay in your lane for a long time. And in the end of the day, you're playing this game for whatever reason, whether it's to make you money or to motivate or inspire people or whatever your end goal is. But it's your race, bro. Once you start like trying to look at his grass and trying to see what he's doing, it's gonna fuck with yours. Just do you know? So I look at it. I call myself comparing myself to a lot of people so many times where I'm like, damn, like, his content's shit, and I'm fuck that good. You know what I'm saying? I call myself doing that. I'm like, bro, like, why am I even gonna, you know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. Respect to you. I just gotta do my thing over here, you know?
Yeah. Another thing that you said was, even though I'm nobody right now, I speak like I'm Michael Jordan.
Even if the rest of the world told me, you know, how do you can't, how do you ain't shit, I'm like, yo, I'm this shit, bro. I'm the shit. Yeah, I can do that, you know? I know what I can do. Even though I'm a nobody right now, I speak like I'm Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? I speak like I'm Muhammad Ali, like I got it, you know? It's a confidence, and I think that confidence is gonna take me somewhere one day.
All right. Explain that.
Love attraction. Yeah. Just like, I don't know, bro. I've been saying it all the time. Like, I'm the GOAT. I'll say it. Like, I'm the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll look at my stuff and I'm like, you know what? It might not be going right now where I want it to be, but without a doubt, I know the value that I can provide, and I'm just like, I'm the best. And I feel like if I just speak it out, you know, it's like I talk like I'm already there. You know what I'm saying? Because in my head, I'm already there.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Because I know what everybody else doesn't know.
Yeah.
I know what I can provide. Everybody might not understand me, but I know that. So it's like I speak like I'm already there because in my head I am.
Yeah.
Like I'm the man. I don't explain myself a lot in certain situations, and I think it's because like I don't really want people to understand me all the time. And the reason why I say that is because what you interpret about me says who you are. It doesn't say who I am. Because you don't know what I've gone through, what I thought about, things I had to do, and how I got to where I am today. So Just sometimes it's better that people don't understand me. You might not
Yeah.
understand why I do what I do. Like people, even like with the motivational videos, right? I'll post something and somebody will comment like, this is so fucking cringe.
Right.
Right? And I'm like, okay, it's cringe to you, but that says who you are. Things about getting better in life are cringe to you. That's just who
Yeah,
you are.
right,
That says who
yeah.
you are. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. Doesn't say who I am. I'm trying
Yeah.
to get to this bag, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'm trying to do
Yeah.
the right thing. I'm trying to make the right moves. So if I can inspire people along their journey, I want to do that. And I'll speak like I'm Michael Jordan talking to you. Like I'm already successful because I know what it takes to get there. So I
It's
can speak it out.
interesting seeing that because often everybody just sees somebody saying that when they're already there,
Yeah.
right? They're already successful and, well, it
How
depends
do you
what you
define
call
it?
success.
To me, it's like, how do you define success?
Yeah.
I define success as me being happy. And
Yeah.
I'm happy because I know that what does happiness consist of? It's pursuit. Like
Yeah,
I said,
right.
You're pursuing your brand and doing your thing. That's what makes you happy. Why do you get up in the morning? You're like, I can't wait to work on this shit.
Right.
Can't wait to do this. So you're happy. You know what I'm saying? Even if it never gets to the place where you want it to be, you are happy doing it.
Yeah.
That's why it's just about falling in love with the process. Because once the process is over, there's
Right,
nothing
it
else.
gets scary.
Why do you think millionaires like Jeff Bezos are still trying to create shit and keep going? Because if they stop, all this money, but what? No value
Yeah.
because I'm not chasing anything.
Yeah, dude, I think boredom and like idle time is the worst thing for people.
I get anxiety.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to be doing something.
I get
But-
sad.
Yeah. You gotta chase something, bro. You gotta have a goal. The goal is what's gonna make you happy because as you're getting closer to the goal, you get happier, you get happier, you get happier. You get to the goal.
Right.
If it's a short-term goal, you get to the goal, you achieve it, you're happy for like a day, and it's like, okay, what now?
Right.
You gotta get a new goal.
Exactly.
Gotta get something else to chase. That's kind of what happened with me with soccer. Once like that kind of came to an end for me, I was like, all right, well, I gotta find something that's gonna make me get up every morning and like wanna hustle.
Yeah.
And that's just who I am. So that's when I was like, you know what, like I love training. I always loved training. Even when I was like not doing influencer stuff, I just loved training. I loved just pushing my body, see like what I could do, seeing improvement, seeing like little gains, like make PRs, all that stuff. I loved it. I was all about it. So I was like, how can I incorporate this in a way where now I can inspire people and kind of make money from it?
Right.
That's where I got into the whole like posting all the time.
Now, you just kind of touched on it. Was there, this pivotal moment maybe where, that sparked this change in you where you said, I'm going to get after it now?
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah.
It was that time of uncertainty where I was like, what am I going to do with my life?
Right.
Because like I got this engineering degree. I have this piece of paper which says I'm qualified to be an engineer, but I've never wanted to be an engineer.
Huh.
I came to this school because I wanted to play soccer, and I wasn't even thinking about engineering. I was like, oh, well, I'm here. I might as well get this degree, but
Yeah.
I'm not doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? That was in my head. So I just wanted. So then it came to that point. Once that kind of ended, I tore my MCL. I was like, damn, like in my head, this was all a perfect story, and now it's like, what am I doing here? I'm just like, literally just a moment of uncertainty, and then I was like, I've always said I'm not a quitter, and look at me, I'm fucking quitting, like I'm stopping, and I just didn't know what to do, and I was like, I just need to find something to chase, and I was like, at that time I was just watching a lot of podcasts, like trying to just gain value from people,
Yeah.
like gaining value from anybody I could, dude. I talk to people like all the time. Like I
Yeah.
said, I talk to teacher, I talk to learner. So
Yeah.
I want to just like, anybody that has value or wisdom, I talk to them because you can get something from anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always listen. No matter how high I get, I'll always, even if I'm 30, I'll talk to a 16-year-old because they see things a little bit differently sometimes. So everybody can give you input.
Right.
So I was just talking to people, watching podcasts, watching motivational videos, watching inspirational stuff. And that point was like, for me, I was like, you know what? Like, along with this and all this knowledge I have in my head, like, if anything, I could help other people too. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of kids who are probably in the same situation that I was
Yep.
a year ago, who were like, fuck, what do I do? And they might be scrolling through TikTok and they might find this video and it might spark a change their
Yeah.
life. Like, some of the DMs I get sometimes, that's what makes me going.
I hear you.
Because I read
hear
it and I'm like, holy shit, I want to put this on my wall.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even realize this was the impact that I was having.
Dude, I've had I would say a few pivotal moments like that, and one of them that really stands out to me, bro, I was in rehab, and I had this older roommate, his name was Tim. So he was leaving, right, because he was there before me. He left like a week of me being in there. And when he left, I said goodbye to him, and he said, when I come back here, I don't ever want to see you here. So he was already planning on coming back, right, and he was, middle-aged guy.
Yeah.
And I said, yo, this can't be me, bro.
Yeah.
I cannot let this happen.
Yeah.
I don't want to be this guy,
Yeah.
you know? And sometimes you meet people where you're like, wow, I would really like to be like him. I like some qualities. And then there's other people that you meet, and it's like, yo, I want nothing to do with that, man.
100%.
And that shows a lot, man. Like,
yeah. It hits you in the
Yeah.
face. You're like, oh shit, this is happening right now. Like,
right,
yeah.
right.
It's a
And
wake-up
that's with
call.
anything, you know, I'm talking about being in rehab, but that'll happen anywhere in life.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
I meet people all the time where I'm just like damn, I want to be like that guy. I also meet people all the time who are successful people where I'm like, I'm so thankful that I'm nothing like you.
Right. People that are real wealthy, a lot of people say they're, you know, they're miserable and shit like that. And sometimes it's not true, obviously, but a lot of times it is. And it's kind of scary. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
I talked about this once, and it's because like my friend asked me, like, would you rather be a billionaire's son or a shepherd's son?
Yeah.
And I said, I'd rather be a shepherd's son, 10 times out of 10. Because if I'm a billionaire's son, right, I grow up, I touch, as soon as I come out the womb, I have money. I have my security fund, I'm good for the rest of my life. There's nothing to chase.
Yeah.
There's nothing to chase when you're a shepherd's son. And that's why I think a lot of rich people might be miserable, because it's like, fuck, I already have everything. This, everything that everybody in the world is working for right now, right? The whole world, hate to say it, but it revolves around money. That's why you wake up in the morning to work, so you get money, support your family, do whatever you want to do, enjoy the things in life. But when you have all that from a young age, it's like, what am I even going to school for? What am I even doing?
Yeah.
Like I got to find some type of value in my life. And some people understand that, and they find a way to provide value to other people or chase something in another way that has nothing to do with monetary. Some people just like fall into that, like, all right, well, drugs and alcohol, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what most of them get into. But being a shepherd's son, like being poor, growing up, not having anything, like I said, like the fruit tastes so much sweeter when you have to starve for it. When you don't know what shit tastes like, you don't know what money feels like, and then you get to touch money, you start to really understand the value of that money. And, you know, and that's probably the reason why a lot of rich people, like when you're born into money, it's just generational wealth is dangerous, bro.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned to me on the phone you kind of grew up a little poor, right?
Yeah, well, it wasn't, I wouldn't say poor, like I would say it was just because I had everything I needed. I had a roof, I had a fridge, I had a bed, I had heat, you know what I'm saying? I can't complain, you know, that's how I look at it. But compared to the people around me, 100%.
Yeah.
And I was stubborn. I didn't like asking people for shit. So I wouldn't even like asking my dad for money. Like, I didn't like, I hated it. I hated going up to him and be like, can I get this? 'Cause I'm like, so what I would do is I would go to school, and I had like cash on me. I would go to the store, like the little deli right before school, buy a pack of gum or buy 2.
There you go.
To school, and I'm just distributing in the hallway. I'm like, they're like, yo, can I get a piece? I'm like, yeah, $2, bro.
Yeah.
Sell it, get $2, collect my money, sometimes use it for lunch, bring it home, and like constantly do it. Like, I was like a little businessman in school.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And people buying every day because they're just dumb kids who wanted a piece of gum.
Right.
So I was just doing that.
But you were adding value.
I was,
like,
yeah,
you
bro.
know?
It was.
That's what was needed.
It was
at
a
the
weird time because people would judge me. They're like, yo, why are you doing this? I'm like, bro, you don't understand me. Like, for you, this makes no sense. To me, this is like, I'm eating today. I'm eating good today, too. Like, you're going to eat school lunch, I'm going out to eat today.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So
that was, it was it for me. It was also just like, my parents always, like, despite not having as much as other people, they always attended to what I needed for real. So I always feel the need to, like, that as I'm growing up now and I'm doing my thing, like, I need to pay them back. Because, like, when you come from overseas, like, a lot of people get, like, the wrong idea of immigrants and stuff like that. But when you come from overseas and you come here, you start from square one, 0. It doesn't matter, especially, like, my parents came from Egypt.
Were you born here or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when they came here, no matter what degree you have in Egypt, that shit is irrelevant here. They don't care.
Yeah.
So you literally start from 0, and you find a way to make it work. So, like, just thinking about, imagine taking that risk for somebody. Everything you just worked for to the point of your life, you go to a different country, and it's like start from square one. Everything you did in your life doesn't matter anymore. Figure it out, and you're doing that for a kid. So that's the way I look at it. So I just feel like it's my duty before I ever even repay myself, is that I gotta repay them, because they took that risk from me. Otherwise, I'd be someone completely different.
That's a big risk. You know, you're signed to Raw Gear now. What was that like, finding that out? Because shout out to them, yo. I love Brad.
Shout out Raw Gear. They really did it for me. Dude, I was on a plane to LA. Swear to God, I can't make this shit up. I was going to LA with my friends just for fun. Literally, as I landed, got my service back, checked my phone, I had a DM from Bradley. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So I click it, and it was really like, yo, do you want to be part of the Raw Gear team? And I was like trying not to fan out, and I was like typing the message. I was like, nah, it's too much. It's too much. And I was like, yeah, bro, I'm down. That's what it came out to. So then, yeah, like I had a call with the athlete manager, talked about it, and then I got this fucking box, size of me,
Right.
and it was just full of shit. And I was like, wow, like I never even owned this much shit in my life.
Yeah.
It just came all to me like that. So, you know, I owe them that. Shout out Roger. Shout out.
That's
Roger,
dope,
for real.
man. That's dope. And we were talking before, and I said, have you talked to Brad? And he
Yeah,
said,
I talked to him on the phone and stuff.
Yeah.
I never met him in person yet. Like so I didn't want to tell him in that DM that I was in LA. Cause I didn't want to be like, he DM'd me like, yo, you want to be a Roger? Like, actually cool, I'm in LA right now. Where you at? Like, so I was just like, yeah, I'm down, whatever, we'll go through the steps. But I didn't even go there when I was there because I didn't want to like do too much, I guess.
Yeah.
So kind of cooled it out, but I should be flying out there soon.
Cool, dude.
Definitely want to meet him, train.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Hell yeah. Good for you, man. I love seeing that shit,
Yeah.
you know?
For me, it was always like, that's always like, I guess like, there are a lot of young influencers, that's always the end goal. It's like, oh, I want to get signed. People think like, oh, getting signed to a big company, getting a supplement company and a gym company. That's how I thought, at least. When I was like starting, I was like, oh, if I get, that means I made it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to make money doing this, you're going to have to really focus on giving people value. It doesn't matter what you're selling. People will buy what you're selling if you're giving them value consistently.
And going back a little, were you ever lazy at one point? Because right now you're not lazy.
I'm the laziest workaholic you'll ever meet.
What do you mean by that?
90% of the time, the shit that I'm doing, I don't really want to do. You know what I'm saying? When I go to work every day, I don't wake up like, yeah, let's go to work today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I got to go to work because I got to get money. But I'm the best fucking lazy person ever. You know what I'm saying? Because I have an insurmountable amount of discipline where I know that if I don't do something, it'll haunt me. Like, even if I take a day off of work, a place that I don't really want to be at, I'm like, well, that's this much money gone out the window because you're a lazy piece of shit. If I don't go to the gym, like, it'll literally haunt me. Rest days haunt me. I don't take them, dude. I really don't take them unless I have to. Because it's just like, I'm not everybody else. You might need a rest day. You might need a day off. You might need this. But I don't fucking need that shit.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm like, you know, like, I'm built different, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I just want to get after it. I just don't want to waste a minute. The only thing you can't get back in this life is time. Time is the only thing you can't get back. And it's like, I don't want to waste any. And it's just like, I want my work ethic to inspire people. I do. I don't only want to say shit to inspire people. I want people to see me when they walk in a room and be like, oh shit, Haddie's here, we got to turn up, or we can't get lazy. He's here, he's going to be seeing us. Like, that's the impact I want to leave. I think that's the first thing people should notice about you. Before they notice your talent, before they notice anything else, like, yo, I don't know how the fuck this guy finds time to do what he does. And people say it to me all the time, like, bro, you're working all the time, like, how are you doing it? Like, how are you still producing the same amount of content as all these other people when you're working all day?
You sleep a lot?
It's my big flaw.
Yeah.
My big flaw. 3 a.m., wake up at 6.
Yeah, really?
Dude, think about it. I'll get out of work at like 6 p.m.
Right.
Go home, eat real quick, change, hit the gym. It's probably like 7. Get out at like 9:30. Get home, take all the content that I took, get it onto my phone, edit, go on my laptop, edit, answer DMs because you want to engage with the people who are supporting you. Making sure you're getting content on all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot.
And it's not a lot of time.
But it doesn't look like a lot of work, you know?
From the outside point of view.
Yeah.
People don't realize, bro. TikTok, even just editing a minute TikTok or 15-second TikTok, bro, it's like, it took me an hour. You know what I'm saying? The YouTube videos probably take 5 to 6.
Yeah.
Instagram posts, just like making sure it's a good picture because now you got a fan base and you can't just post some random iPhone bullshit picture unless it looks good. Yeah, like, you know, everything's a little bit calculated.
Yeah.
So it takes a little bit more time.
Yeah, that's right. It is calculated. Everything is calculated. And it's hard for other people to see it because obviously it's public.
People are like, oh, he's an influencer. I wish I could be like him. And it's like, bro, are you sure you want this? People's eyes on you all the time. You know, every move, everything you say, every move you make, people are just waiting to hop on the opportunity to shit on you.
Yeah.
There's somebody out there waiting for the opportunity to shit on you. You say one wrong thing, they're on you. You know what I'm saying? If you say, you know, it's a lot, dude. And then you're like, it's like, think about it, you're spending a lot of time like just constantly going through your phone. Like, oh, I got to make sure I post this at this time. I got to make sure I do this at this time. I got to make sure I promote this. Oh, this drop is coming. We got to make sure we get pictures for this drop. You know, get the codes out. Make sure people, like, everybody's on board because this is where I make money now. This is where I'm making my money. This is prime time. So it's like, oh, I gotta make sure this YouTube video goes out at this time, because that's before the drop, and I'm talking about the drop in the video, like stuff like that. Like.
Right. Now let me ask you this: you're doing very well right now, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets?
I don't like the word regret. There's some things I would have done differently, probably. I would just wish that I wish I had this mentality that I had now 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Because then I think I would have been able to put things together a lot quicker. But like I said, I wouldn't have this mentality without going through the shit I did for the past 10 years.
Right.
So I would have applied myself more in certain situations, and just like even in school, like I was always just like kind of naturally smart. You know what I'm saying? It just came to me. So I wouldn't like apply myself to the max. And I'm thinking if I just applied myself like everywhere like I do now, and applied myself like that when I was in school and like when I was doing other things, probably have a lot more going for me right now. But I mean, I made it work.
Yeah.
When it was crunch time and I had to study, I would get it done.
Yeah. It is an interesting question, right? Like regrets, because a lot of it, you know, like you said, you wouldn't be here if some of that didn't happen.
Think about it. Like I'm sure you regret some of the things you've done in the past, but now you think about who you are now. It's like, oh, maybe I'm grateful for that. Maybe I'm grateful that I did that, because now I understand things with a lot more clarity, and clarity gives you purpose. You know.
Yeah.
Gives you
What do you mean
purpose.
by that?
Clarity gives you like purpose in your vision. When you can understand like why you're doing what you're doing, and what's the reason behind it. Like when you understand what you went through, what you had to go through, and you understand what it did for you, it drives you more. It drives you forward more. It's like, look where I was and look where I am now.
Yeah.
There's no reason to stop. Like look at that significant, I was here, now I'm here, and I'm trying to get here.
Right. Dude, another video of yours, man, that I loved, because I can relate to it so much, was the beach house.
When I was a young kid, like, I used to always tell my mom, like, because she always wanted a beach house. So I was always telling her, like, yo, one day I'm going to get it for you, I promise. So now, like, when I'm chasing, I'm struggling, I feel like, I don't want to do this anymore. I close my eyes and I put myself, like, right outside my mom's beach house with my mom.
She would sacrifice everything for me, bro. She would, like, and it didn't have to be, I don't care about monetarily. It was like, even if she wasn't working that day and I had to go to school in the morning, she would get up, make me coffee, put it on the table, go back to bed.
Right.
Stuff like that. I would come home, I would be able to eat. Like I was so busy all the time, but I was always finding like whatever I needed was ready for me. Doing all the behind the scenes work, my laundry, like all that shit that like I just didn't really even have the time to do. She was like superwoman.
Yeah.
Driving me to training, driving me like hearing this before I had a license.
Right.
All that stuff. So it was like, I just want to, you know, I want to give her like, this is what you
everything,
deserve, you know what I'm
man.
saying? Like I want her to know that everything she did for me didn't go unnoticed, because like it's hard to pay somebody back without, you know what I'm saying, without having anything monetarily crazy. So that's my goal. That's my first goal. Like before I even do anything for myself, like I want you to know that I appreciate everything I did for me, and now I can go after like what I need.
Yeah.
You know?
So I've been clean for over 3 years, right? So that's a decent amount of time, right? It's like 30-something months. My mom still, every month, like I got clean February 10th. On the 10th of every month, she gives me a card saying congratulations, and it's nice, dude. Yeah, dude. You know, that's
because
nice.
And what's super respectable about that is just how people are. Like they'll say congrats the first month, they'll say congrats the second month, they'll say congrats the third month, and then the rest, and then it'll start to slow down. You know what I'm saying? It starts because they're like, oh, he's good now. They don't know that in your head still might be doing something to you, still might like whatever, and that consistency, that's someone you can trust. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like even when you're like in a fucked up situation, like for example, I'm just gonna create a random. Someone goes into a coma, right? First month, their friends are all there, checking up on them. Second month, some people still come in. Third month, people are like, fuck, is he gonna die or is he gonna live? You know what I'm saying? They stop caring. But the people who really love you are gonna be there, you know, every single month on that 10th, or the 15th. You know, they're gonna be there every single month, showing up, still there for you. So those are the people that, like, in terms of a friend group kind of thing, those are the people I want to keep around me. The people who are still gonna check up on me even when I'm down bad, because then when I'm up, you're gonna eat with me.
And you're up. Hell yeah. And let me ask you this, it might be a little personal, but with girls, you know, you didn't always look like this.
Hell yeah.
Did you get, you know?
Dude, yeah.
Did you have trouble before this?
I was always a little bit confident.
Right.
But once I got the muscles, like it makes everything so much easier. With girls, it's all about confidence, bro.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. Like you could be mid ugly and like still pull if you have confidence. It's the way you do it. But a lot of dudes aren't confident. The muscles give them confidence.
Right,
Like a lot of girls say they like dad bods. I think it's bullshit.
And what do you think?
That's fucking bullshit.
I think they do.
That's bullshit. They don't. The girls it's either one, they don't want the guy to outshine them. Girls always want to be the center of attention, so they don't want to get outshone by like their boyfriend. Or two, it's like I don't know, insecurity. Think about it. It's like me saying like I like fat girls over fit girls. Yeah, I'm allowed to say that, right? It's not fat, whatever. Yeah. I like fit girls over fat girls. You know, it's preference because that's what looks better to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that you tell me like you'd rather I have a belly than me be fit. Yeah. That's an insecurity. Yeah. Like not only should the physique attract you, but the work ethic to get there should attract you as well. You know, you should see through that. But me, like just having that, like you just build confidence. You kind of think like, oh, you already thinking that she's gonna say yes before you even get there. Yeah. Yeah. That is true. You want a good tip that I can give to people watching this? Go ahead. 5-second rule. You know the 5-second rule? No. Like, all right. I heard about it. It was in like one of those TEDx talks or whatever. Okay. I forget her name, the girl, but shout out to her because I use this all the time now. You have 5 seconds to go from idea to action before your brain kicks in and talks you out of it. Okay. So what I'll do in the morning when my alarm clock goes off, count 5, 4, 3, and if I don't get up before 1, my brain literally will say like, oh, it's comfortable here. You could sleep another 15 minutes, and that 15 minutes turns into an hour. Now you're late. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a countdown. That, bro. I used to do it. I used to have playing in college. I was training. I was still working out. So we would have a 7-hour bus ride to fucking Rochester, wherever, New York, basically Canada. Play the game. 7-hour bus ride back, get back at 1 a.m. and I was like, in my head, I was like, I still have to work out. I didn't get to train like muscle-wise today. So I would be on my couch like this, just chilling. Like it was like 5, 4, and I'm up. Yeah. With girls, you see a girl, you want to talk to her? 5 seconds. If you don't do it before you hit 1, bro, it ain't happening. It ain't happening because they're gonna think like, oh, what if she rejects me? What if this happens? What if that happens? But if you just see her, boom, you're there now. Yeah. Yeah. You know what's interesting, bro? My girl right now didn't want me in the beginning. Like dubbed me hard. Wasn't answering. Like I DM'd her to follow this because like that's what I did in the beginning. I just told all my friends to follow, and I didn't really know her, but I followed her. I had her on Snap, no answer for a while, and I was like, I like felt something, like I saw something. I really liked the way she looked and everything, you know, and I was like, not letting this happen. Yeah. Not letting this happen. Persistence. Yeah. King. Yeah. Respect. But not desperation. Yeah, I would hold that to her now. But remember, we wasn't fucking with me. Yeah. How about now? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I've had a lot of experiences with girls like that, where like at first they kind of weren't answering me, and then it's just like now you're like kind of I don't want to use the word obsessed, but like obsessed with me. And look, see. Yeah. Yeah. Now I couldn't get rid of her. Even girls that used to dub me, and then like my content blew up and stuff, and now they're seeing the content everywhere, and then like, hey, like da da da. No. Yeah. Forget about it. It's too late.
But see, with that, like, so you know how you mentioned before, you know, girls like guys with money, right? We know that.
100%.
But do they like guys with money, or do they like guys that have the drive and the dedication and the discipline to get that money? Is that what attracts them, or is it the money? I think it can, vary.
I think it goes both ways. Yeah. I think they're hand in hand. But like,
because that's attractive, bro.
You can see success, bro. You could see it person.
You can smell it.
That's why I think physique is so important. And I talked about this before as well. Is the first thing anybody notices about you is your physique. That's my opinion. Like when I see somebody walking around, the first thing I notice, posture, physique, like the way they're standing, like. If you see a good physique, you know, oh, he works hard. That's the first thing I recognize about you. Then I notice your face, your other facial features, everything else, how you're dressed. But the first thing I notice is physique. That's why I tell people, sometimes it's not, even if you're not into like the whole bodybuilding culture, like you have an interview with your boss, and I'm the boss, right? I'm sitting down at the table, you walk in. If you're hunched over, slouched, or overweight, I'm just like, oh, like that, it doesn't throw me off, but then the guy walks in and he's got a good physique, he has good posture, he walks in with confidence. I'm like, oh, I already know you're a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? Because you can work on yourself outside of working for me. You know, it's the first thing people can tell about you, bro, is It's the first thing they see. That's why I always advocate, like, bro, even if you don't love training, get disciplined, get in the gym an hour a day, build a good physique, build a good posture, and you'll have more confidence, and it'll just show everywhere else in your life.
Dude, I used to be 130 pounds, bro.
Me too.
I came out of rehab at like 130 pounds, and you know, I'm not fucking Ronnie Coleman or anything,
no,
but
you look good now,
you
bro.
know, like
100%.
definitely
I was
weight.
100 with soccer.
And then I got chubby and came back down. But go ahead.
At 18, I was 130 pounds.
Yeah, me too. Why were you 130 pounds? I was on drugs. Why were you 130
Soccer,
pounds?
bro. You're running so much.
Really?
You're running so much. Like, you're burning so many calories all the time. In our preseason, bro, we would do it. You had to do like 2 miles in 12 minutes, right? And then you go and then you train. Then you get back, you rest for a couple hours, and you have another training session at night. Dude, you're pushing like 3,000, 4,000 calories burned a day. And I already can't eat that much. I have a problem with like that was always an issue for me, was like getting enough food in.
Oh, really?
A lot of people struggle, like just like making sure like I was force feeding just to try to grow. And I'm like, bro, it's hard for me to consume 4,000 calories without doing anything. Like now I'm burning 4,000.
Yeah.
You know, like now I gotta probably eat 6,000 just to keep your maintenance.
Balance it out a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Just to keep your maintenance. So that's why I was like, it was tough. I was real skinny, but then I started like taking like a mass gainer and like trying to like eat as much as I can and still get my training and try to build muscle. Like, and then it just kept blowing up.
Yeah.
Kept growing. Kind of learn about the game and how like it works. Like, learn what works for me, what type of training works for me, what type of training style. You know, how long I'm in there.
Yeah, because it's a big change, dude.
Yeah, bro.
You know, going from 130 to this.
Yeah, bro.
What do you weigh?
187 now.
Oh, really?
I was 200 like a month ago.
Yeah. So if you could change, it doesn't have to be physically, but if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
Nothing, bro. Really.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I like who I am now.
Yeah.
I like who I am now. That's honest. Like, I just feel like what I am now is a culmination of all my fuck-ups and everything that I've done. So, like, this culmination, this person that I am now, like, there's nothing I would change about it. I feel like I think about things a lot. I'm very thorough in everything that I do now, so.
I feel like not a lot of people would answer that like that.
Yeah.
They'd have something to say.
Yeah, like, you have to really find yourself, bro. You have to find yourself, and the way you find yourself, in my opinion, is putting yourself in rigorous situations that will callous you, and you'll learn a lot about yourself in those moments, which is why I preach so hard the TTD thing, because it's not about the physical side of shit. Like, when I say go to the depth in the gym, it's not physical. I'm not telling you do this to grow, because when you put yourself in a situation where I say, me and you are training, and I put 225 on the bar, and I'm like, yo, you have to squat, you're giving me 30 reps. You're like, fuck, bro, I don't even know if I can do 15. You want me to do 30?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you're going to do 30, right? So you go, you get to 15, and now you feel like you're done. And I'm like, no, you're going to do 15 more. And you keep going, right? In that moment where you thought you couldn't do anything else, and you were able to bang that extra 15 reps out, you learned a little bit about yourself. Like, oh, I can handle these tough times. Now, like, if there's ever a situation at home, you know, I'm calloused a little bit more now. I can do a little bit more. So now it's a culmination of every single day. Like I say, do it at the end of the workout. Like, don't let it fuck with your workout at the end. Do some shit that's gonna make you suffer. Whether it's cardio, whether it's something that you just fucking hate doing. I'll do some crazy shit. I'll do like a circuit of a bunch of different things that like really test me. And I make sure I have someone help me. Like, make sure, like, in my ear, make sure I finish it. I get a little bit more calloused. Every single day. And then it comes to the point where now when I'm in a situation at home, right, and everybody's freaking out, or in a situation somewhere else, and something goes wrong, everybody's freaking out, I can keep a cool head. So I've been here before. I've been in situations where I thought I was fucked and I got through it. Like, everybody calm down, like, I got this, you know what I'm saying? So doing that so much, and I've been doing that type of thing for like, what, 3.5 years, and I've been training for 5. Like, I started really like implementing that like shit, what, 1.5 years in? So like 3.5 years now, where I just like, at the end of every workout, even today, like, I'm just like, I'll just like even put like 225 on the bar, I was hitting chest, and I was like, I'm just gonna go till I absolutely can't go no more, and when I can't go no more, I'm gonna have someone help me up, and I'm just gonna control it all the way down. And I'm just gonna keep going, and I'm gonna drop it to a plate, and I'm gonna drop it to 25 until I get to like absolute failure where it hurts. And once I do it, it's like, all right, like, I overcame that. I didn't want to do that really at all, but I overcame that. And I think it helps, like, just personality-wise a lot too. It hardens you, bro. It hardens you. A lot of the little shit that might phase you, that used to phase you, doesn't phase you anymore. Just because you're like calloused.
I think finding out, you know, a little bit, just a little bit, because, you know, we're still young, but finding out a little bit about who you are helps so much, man. Because I used to be like, who you wanted me to be, and then I'd go hang out with you, and then I'd be who you want me to be, and you know, like
100%.
Can't do that, man. It's exhausting.
And I think those difficult situations, like I said, like really help with that, for me at least, because I could say like, fuck yeah, I'm a beast, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and people preach that shit all the time on social media.
Right.
See these influencers, all right, come train with me, come here,
Yeah,
let me show you something. Let's find out who you really are. Do this, and then when they start struggling, like, I can't do it, and it's like, no, this is what you're gonna do it. Let's do it. You get through it, and you realize like, maybe I need to toughen up a little bit. Maybe I'm acting like something that I'm not right now. Maybe I need to do this a little bit more to harden and really become who I say I am. I want to be authentic. If I'm saying like, yo, go all out, it's because when you come in my gym and you see me working, you're like, fuck, he's not lying. He's really doing this.
Yeah. You know, Joe Rogan talked about something.
I love that guy.
I love him. Love him,
bro.
That there's all these motivational people out, right, on social media. You can find them everywhere.
Yeah.
And he thinks that some of them aren't doing what they're saying.
100%.
You know?
Bro. I feel like I started a wave on TikTok, dude.
Like
I
what?
didn't see a lot of people doing videos like that. There's people that like the typical, like you see, like Eric Thomas, Inky Johnson.
Yeah, love Eric Thomas.
Beast, bro. But like a lot of people are starting to do that now, and it's a dangerous place to put yourself in if you're really not practicing what you preach.
Right.
Because you're creating a false life, and you're creating a false illusion, and then it's just like what, like I don't know. For me, it's like be who you are, bro.
Yeah.
Some people aren't made to talk out. You know what I'm saying? Like to even
that's
talk
cool.
About. It's cool. You just be you, bro. Just be you. That's what's gonna make you happy. When you try to fill in shoes that don't really fit you, you kind of fuck yourself over. I don't know. There's a lot of people who probably are thinking in some way, shape, or form what I'm saying, right? But they don't have the voice to speak it, or they don't have anywhere to hear it. So it's like speaking up for the voiceless, speaking up for the underdog, kind of thing. I think like just like those type of people who can't speak up have people that they can listen to and take that value from.
Dude, I used to hang out with this girl, and she would love going on hikes, right? And I don't like that shit. I'm
not a big hike guy.
I'm not into it. I'm just the wood. I don't know.
It's flies. It's hot out. I don't like that shit either, bro.
Not into it.
Not for me.
And I would go on these hikes. I went on a couple of them just because she wanted to, and that's not bad, you know, compromise a little. But eventually I was like, yo, I don't really like doing this. I don't like going on these hikes. And she was like, why? I thought you do. You said you do. And it was like, yeah, I did say that, and I shouldn't have said that, right? Like I wasn't being me. Like I was, you know, those were like the
changing who I am to fit into what you want me to be.
Yeah. But that was like the stepping stone, those little things like that. I don't like hikes, telling her that, you know?
You learn from every single experience you have.
Yeah.
There's like a value that you could take from every single experience that you go through.
The smallest thing ever, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so nice and like the weight off your shoulders when you can finally, you know, just be yourself.
Just be yourself and be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can. I always say like I'm honest because I don't fear anything. I don't fear any. Like when you get comfortable in your own shoes and you get comfortable with who you are, and like I said, you find out who you are. That little shit like doesn't, like the little lies you might tell or just whatever, and little things like that just don't faze you anymore. Just be you.
Yeah.
That's the best advice I give you. If you're authentically you all the time, you're not getting fazed by these things on social media. 'Cause a lot of people see stuff on social media and they try to like emulate that, and they're like, they try to be like these people who are doing that. Like, bro, just see what you like, do what you like, and live, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could be one of the best bodybuilders in the world and not want to post on social media. You just like training.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The both of us, we're both making videos and content, putting it out, and we could sit there and say, what is he gonna think about this? What is she gonna, I went to high school with him, you know.
Yeah.
We could think about that shit all day long. There's plenty of people to think about, you know.
Yeah, bro.
But and for a while in the beginning, I was doing that.
Me too.
But I refused, man.
I used to be like, oh, they're probably gonna think this is weird, like they like, cause I was always an introvert. Like I didn't really like a lot of people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I had a close friend group, but I didn't really like. I wasn't inviting of people into like my circle. Like I was just like, oh no, I could feel energies, bro. I literally I feel energies, and I think that's important. Like I could just kind of see, I can read people in in a way. So I was always just introverted. But like when I started putting out these videos, people were like, oh, you never even talk. Like what do you like? Now you're putting it out, but. Like I said before, like what you interpret from what I say says who you are, not who I am.
Yeah.
I'm me. I'm just gonna be the best me that I could be, and then however you take that is you.
It's nice doing this and getting something out of it, you know? Like now this makes me, I'm gonna go to the gym now and do my thing, and come back and do some work.
Talk,
you know,
talk to teach or talk to learn. Like,
yeah.
it's the most important
Hell
thing.
yeah,
you
man.
can
Really
learn from anybody you
appreciate
talk
it,
to. My man, thank you for having me.
Good stuff, bro.
Appreciate it.